Hi guys, how you doing? This is William Myers with Mantis Outdoors. Today we're going to be shooting kind of a response video to a buddy of mine, Mark. His YouTube name is Eat Carbs. And this isn't going to be like a what not to do video or anything like that. It's just, I seen he had a video where he was working with some Fatwood trying to get a fire, and he was struggling. He actually did get success out of it, but I think if he watches this video and changes his technique up a little bit, he might have greater success a lot faster, and he won't have half the challenge that he had when he was doing his video. So don't go away. Alright guys, so like I said, this isn't like a what not to do video or anything like that. This is just a chance, I believe, for us to learn from someone that's learning themselves, and for me to help someone that's learning right now. And what I got here is a piece of red pine. It's Fatwood. It's the same Fatwood that I sent to you, Mark. This is the same, I believe it's the same that you were actually using in the video. I hope so. It's from the same red pine stump that I collected last year. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and show you what I would do to process this out, and hopefully this might help you out. So first of all, I'm going to use my Frontier Valley here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave down long strips. See, what I seen Mark doing was he was coming in here and he was just doing really small chips, like that. Pick a corner, and if you don't have a corner, make a corner, and just come all the way from the top and just lightly do real slow strips, just like this. You get those bands just like that, get those curls. And if this is the way, I can make a fire just by making dust, which I'm going to show here in a minute. But, if we're going to make curls for, maybe we have some tinder that's not the greatest in the world. Maybe we got some wet tinder, and where you're from, up there in Washington, I wouldn't doubt it if you do have, everything's wet all the time. So we're making some really long curls here. Not those small chips that I've seen in your video. And basically what I'm doing is every time I come down and I make a cut, I'm making a square edge, and I'm just coming down on that square edge I just made and making another cut. And that's what I would call fuel right there, and that's just Fatwood. I got probably 3 times the amount that I would need for a fire right here in my area, but I'm not in your area. But next what I'll do is I'll turn my knife on its side and use the spine right here. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to shave off some shavings, some fine powder. Okay, Mark, so the knives that I seen that you had in your video, I don't know exactly what knives you have, but the ones that I seen in that video might not do the trick exactly for you the right way. I believe you had like an SCH 24, that's a charade, and you had a Mora. They don't have really sharp spines on them. But if you take the striker that you had striking that ferro rod, that'll work just fine for this as well. Just take the back of that, well, not the back of your knife, that striker, and just go right on the spine, just like this, and just create that fluff, just like that. And that's really going to take a spark readily. Just kind of work yourself around, make enough, especially if you're first starting out, make plenty. I want to remove that because I don't want that ending up in my thumb. We'll gather that up to put that in a pile there. I'll make a little bit more, why not? Like I said, that ferro rod striker will do this job for you if your knives won't. But I don't know, they might work. That's plenty, more than plenty. Okay, one of the things that I hear a lot is people get upset because they get pine resin on the back of their knives, or they get them on their knives. You're out there using your knives, man, they're going to get dirty. But a little trick, once you do get home, is just take a little rubbing alcohol and rub on whatever surface you got pine resin on. Pine resin is alcohol soluble, comes right off. Alright guys, so what I got here is just some sticks and curls, and then some fine curls and dust. I'm going to take my ferro rod here. This is the one that has that striker on it, so I guess I'll just go ahead and use that striker anyways. I won't use it back to my knife. Just trying to replicate this as much as possible to the video that I've seen, and I'm going to put a link to that video in the description of this video, just because, like I said, I view it as an opportunity for everyone to learn from someone that's learning themselves. So so what I've seen, and what I'd like for you to work on, Mark, is I've seen your ferro rod technique like way up here, just praying to God that a spark actually made it home to where it needs to be. There's two different ways to do this. I know you're working in a pie pan, but you could take just that piece of aluminum foil would have worked just fine, and you could throw that in the pie pan, or you could have worked in the pie pan. You just have to be careful. There's two ways to do this. You can either lock your hand down like this and strike up, not moving this, not smacking your tender with your striker, or you can just, if you have a decent enough ferro rod, you can pin that ferro rod down. As you see, one or the other is pinned down. One or the other is not moving. Either my hand's not moving and I'm striking up, or either the ferro rod's not moving and I'm striking down. But when I am striking down, I don't want to go all the way down. I want to go just about halfway down and just throw a spark in. So let's go ahead and try that now and get this going. There you go. It's easy as that. Now, like I said, this isn't some kind of, oh, he did it wrong and he's horrible, he's just now learning. So this is just I seen that I could help him out with some techniques that I've learned over the years and years and years of doing this. You know, I just definitely wanted to show him on camera some better techniques to getting that going. You know, so he could, I mean, although he did have success in his video, when using this technique, you're going to get success a lot faster, and you know, it's not like going to be a lucky shot. You know, and that's not exactly what I'm saying, that you got lucky, but just standing over here and showering sparks and just hoping to God one of them catches, I would definitely rather see you do it the way that I just did it in this video, because you're localizing your spark, you know where it's going to hit, and you're shooting it the same place every single time. So if that one spark that hit isn't catching, you're still raising the temperature of that tinder up at that time. So the next spark that hits in the same exact spot might actually cause combustion. But if I'm up here just throwing sparks anywhere, and they're hitting here, and they're hitting here, and they're hitting here, and they're hitting here, maybe I'll get lucky and get one of them to light. But if I'm here shooting sparks in the same place every single time, that temperature, even on marginal tinder, I'll just create another fire. Even on marginal temperature, that temperature, even on marginal tinder, sorry, that temperature is going to come up eventually, and I'm going to cause a combustion. And you see, I'm not smacking the heck out of my tinder or anything like that. Or the same principle falls, and if you brace your arm, your hand, that striking hand, and pull it up. You know, I'm localizing my spark at the same time. It's hitting in the same exact spot each time, every time. Alright, like I said, this video is just going out to my buddy Mark at Eat Carbs, but I will post this publicly just for an opportunity for anyone that is having trouble to learn from. And I'm going to post, like I said, a link to his video as well, so you can see what I was talking about, the technique that he was using. And he had, like I said, he had success with his technique. It's just I think that he can improve on that with getting his tinder and preparing his tinder, and with his ferro rod technique as well. But this has been William Myers, Mantis Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, appreciate it if you click subscribe. Liking my video helps me out a lot. Appreciate all your views, comments, and support, and hopefully we'll see you out in the woods.